We're all dreaming of a calm and bright Christmas. At times, it feels a little out of reach, though, when the kids are fighting over who gets to play Mary in the manger scene, or we're juggling traditions, to-do lists, trying to cross off everything before the 25th of December. It may not always feel like we dreamed it would. Well, we are rounding out our Studio 5 Christmas list and writing to someone who embraces and embodies calm, even through the chaos. And we didn't write to Santa because we found someone even better. Kelly Jensen, she is answering our call for calm. We see the word there, calm. You are the embodiment of calm, is that right?
I don't know about that, but I've definitely had some wild times this year, and so I've had to be concentrating on this a lot.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. I think we can all identify with that. So what does that word even mean to you?
I think for me, calm and peace is like a safe haven, like a refuge from the storm. I think it's the opposite of what the world feels like right now. It's like feeling that you have something inside you that keeps you even no matter what's going on around you.
I like that word, even. Yeah, even keel, I hear that a lot. So you say part of that is focusing on the why, and that kind of leads into some family traditions you have.
Yeah, I think that sometimes when it feels chaotic, especially in Christmas, holidays, things like that, it's because we're concentrating so much on the details. We want everything to be perfect. We want this person to like what we give them, and we want to have all the things done, like you say, the list checked off. But if we step back and think about why we're doing it in the first place, and we step back again, then we can really see that it's about family, or it's about seeing people for the first time in a long time, or it's about creating traditions or bonding. It's not so much about the details.
And now, no doubt, there was no fighting over your nativity for who was going to play Mary.
Well, I think the thing when you're looking at some of these traditions, it's not perfect. None of it is Pinterest worthy. I mean, none of it is detail oriented, but it's what I want. And if you look at it, it's with the people I love, doing the things I want. There's no way my kids are going to remember what their gingerbread houses looked like, but what they will remember is that we did it, and we let them do it by themselves, and it wasn't controlled, and we had Christmas music playing, and that they felt good. We all know it's way less about what we do and more about how people feel when they're around us.
That's right. Well, you are bringing us 4 ideas to help us create a safe space, a haven, if you will, to have this calm. And first you say, kind of what you were mentioning there, let it happen.
Let it happen.
Let it happen, whatever that it is.
Exactly. Maybe you have a grumpy teenager. Maybe you have someone who doesn't care about the gift giving. Maybe you have an uncle or a mother-in-law that's critical. Let it happen. Let them be. Don't waste your energy on trying to control somebody or something you can't. It's so much wasted energy. If we just let them be, then what happens? We think it reflects on us, but it doesn't reflect on us. And we just back off and just let it be. Let that person be critical. I remember my first year in my husband's family, I was so worried about getting his parents the perfect thing, and I thought, and I bought his dad this cashmere sweater that I found. And I wrapped it beautifully. And what I found out that day is that he doesn't care about gifts at all. And I remember taking it personally. But then you think about it, let him be. He doesn't care about gifts. Why would I try to control that part of him because I care about giving him something? So just let it be. Let things fall as they will.
Sing the song if you have to. Let's just remember.
Yes, you sing it in the back of your head. That's right.
You just spoke a lot about energy, and you said something we should try to do is anchor our energy.
Yes.
But what does that look like?
Yes, so you can control this. There's a lot of studies that have been done on the influence parents have in the home on energy. And so if we're concentrating on this and we're being intentional, how we show up in our home, there's a negotiation. If your kids are fighting and they have a lot of energy, there's a negotiation when your peaceful energy walks into the room. Either you're going to rise to them or they're going to rise to you. So create that refuge and that energy you want. Dim the lights, light some candles, turn on some music. If you have a fireplace, light the fireplace, put a puzzle on the table, create that safe haven. People will slowly form their energy to how your home feels. And don't let those details or those fighting. You maintain and anchor your energy where you want it to be, and let that negotiation come down to you.
It reminds me of that trick we see so many teachers do where they speak quietly when the class is out of control, and always the class lowers their voices.
It's a proven fact that the strongest voice is a calm voice, especially in leadership. And we're trying to lead our families, trying to lead their energy. And so that calm voice really goes a long way.
Okay, this next tip is one I have not heard before, so I can't wait to hear what you're going to say about it. Be interruptible.
Yes, this has been the theme this year for me. And it came when I was giving a talk actually about Christ's attributes. And since we're celebrating the Savior this Christmas season, thinking about his life, he was interruptible. Many of his miracles were performed when he was on his way to do something else. He had an agenda. He had places to be. His life was short. His time was short. For sure, he had checklists. But when someone needed him, he turned and he was interruptible. So this season, to keep your peace, be interruptible. You will have agendas. You will have dinners. You will have family gathering. But what about the child that just needs to be read a book? So what if the dinner's 5 minutes late? Think about what is important to you and be interruptible. There are so many reasons to celebrate this Christmas season, and I think we can forget that if we just stick to our agenda, stick to our lists, stick to the Pinterest-worthy boards, and we don't really see what the pace of our Christmas should be.
Okay, I'm going to adopt that. I love it. Your last one, we just have a moment, but just briefly, create and hold space for what's important. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but we need to do it.
Yes, and you have to just know what you're doing. If your goal is to gather your family, then just let that be your goal and let everything else fall away. Create the energy, create the space. Think about the most important things and let the rest go.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Where can people get more of your energy?
I'm over on Instagram, Kelly E. Jensen.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kelly.